Right, here we are back in your warm workshop, and there's my engine. Now all pretty much done.
All done, apart from the transmission cover.
Which we've got. That's going to be a outrigger bearing support plate thing that we've already got that. I'm not quite sure we'll have it polished or anodised or whatever, I'm not sure yet. But that's ready to go on. That can't go on yet though until the engine's back in the frame, I think. So yeah, that can wait. Yeah. We still need to find some rubbers, some manifolds.
Yes, they're available, the inlet manifold rubbers.
Get the correct size for the 34mm MkIIs.
For your MkIIs,
and apart from that, the only other thing to go for is, let me think, ignition.
Yes.
Giant ignition, which is due this week, I think.
Yes.
So that's it then. That's it. At last. It's been a long build, this thing.
And as you said in your text to me, I'll finally have some bench space back.
Yes, you will. Get your bench, because I'll take that home.
And then I said to you, there'll be no space because the next engine on there is going to be your 1400.
Yes, which is behind me here. That still needs to be taken apart, checked, and then the cases can go off to be powder coated.
Correct.
Because I think if I was going to do anything different, it would be that, although apparently ceramic coating is very hard wearing, which I'm sure it is, it's very thin. I mean, the whole point about it is that it doesn't alter the dimensions of a piece. No. So that's good in some ways, but in some other ways it's bad because it doesn't hide any small imperfections in the castings. You see everything. So the next one I'm going to do here, the Mark II, is going to be powder coated satin black.
Yes.
So that will hopefully, maybe not quite as hard wearing, but it doesn't matter. It'll be, it'll look better. That's the main thing.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's that. Can we spin it round, or is it too heavy to spin round?
Spin it round.
See the other side. Yeah, because I was surprised actually how heavy these things are. It's about 90 blooming kilos, aren't they? 90 kilos. I've got to put that in my car at some point. Yeah.
So there's the front of the motor.
Yeah, looking good. And if we keep on going, we can see the wonderful homemade cam clutch cover there.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the last thing to do is ignition pickups.
Yeah.
And that billet
cover, which is wherever it is.
It's here.
Yeah.
With your fingerprints on it, but that's your billet cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to get this engraved.
I might do. I've seen a chap in Wales who does such things. He does engraving and whatever.
Yeah.
It's a bit like your Jeff. He builds weird, wonderful, mad projects. He's currently building a Moto Guzzi with a Ducati bevel head top end to it.
Right.
As well as doing this sort of thing.
There's one of our viewers, Paul Wood.
Paul,
he sent me some photographs of some covers he'd had done for a Suzuki.
Yes. That's right, they were like CNC machines.
CNC machines, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, they were very nice indeed.
Yeah. Oh, don't ask me.
So
too expensive.
Maybe
too expensive.
Maybe we should get his friend to do it.
Maybe. Maybe. We'll just put, I don't know, DOHC on it or something. Anyway. Yes, that's that. What else is going on at the moment? I just brought you some new shocks for the Z650 project that's next door.
The secret project.
Secret project that we can't mention yet. And what else is going on? Oh yes, I brought you some brand new, not these, fork stanchions for this thing.
Yeah, they're the old ones.
Yeah, so we'll stand back a bit, just a sec, we'll turn off the camera. Right, okay, that's better. Yeah, so in the corner there you've got my new engine, which is about to be taken apart, checked out.
Rebuilt.
Rebuilt. But first we need to machine out the rear upper engine mount from 10mm to 12mm, I think, to match the...
Yeah, a lot of people with big engines take these mounting holes out.
Yes.
To a slightly bigger size.
Yes, yeah. Well, I believe that frame's been modified, hasn't it?
No, they're standard.
Okay, what are the rear one?
Sure, I think that's been taken out to 12, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember now. We'll sort it out anyway.
Sure, I'll have to measure it.
We'll sort it out. Yeah, so the fork legs on the bike at the moment are the original ones that came with the front end from an get it right, ZXR 1200? ZRX, get them mixed
1200.
Up. And they're okay, but they're a bit chipped here and there. They need to be re-chromed.
Just a little bit, tiny pits here.
So we had an idea saying like, okay, let's get some really cool looking gold versions, which are titanium nitrated, and
that was my original plan.
Yes, indeed, and that was great. Yeah, go and get that. Tarozzi make them. Contacted the supplier, says yeah, we can, get them, no problem for you, sir. But for that particular model, they don't supply the gold version.
Right.
But we'll do it for you if you want. We can get the standard version and then get them coated. Brilliant. How much? £303 extra, which was a bit excessive. I wasn't that bothered anyway.
On top of the price of the stanchions as well.
Yeah, stanchions were £144 each.
So you're talking close on £500.
Yeah. Yeah, well more than that. Yeah, more like 600. Yeah, so I've just got the standard ones, which are here now. So you can rebuild the
I can put the
front
forks
end
back together and get the front end in.
I've also actually spoken to Maxton, the chap at Maxton, and he said, yeah, we can supply you with a cool pair of rear shocks made for the weight of the bike, whatever you want to do, riding, how you want to ride, blah blah blah. And they actually weren't too expensive. They were like £850, something like that. For a pair.
And that's good price.
This slight problem I have with it is they're black, which is no problem, but they have this rather naff purple anodised buttons on
That's their trademark colour for the springs, purple.
Yeah, it's like, oh god no. So I'm going to try and get them a different colour. They can also do the same thing with the forks. They can put new springs and new valving in, because apparently the forks of that particular bike that front end is from aren't particularly good. Apparently he was telling me that, oh well, you know, the slow speed running is not too good and the high speed running is too stiff and blah 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 blah, and they can sort all that out for about, I think it's like £450 on a standard set of forks, which is no doubt important if you're racing bikes, but I'm not sure I need to do all that at the moment. But if I ride it and I find out, god, these forks feel really bad.
I had a standard 1100 ZRX, brand new.
Yeah.
Back in the day in 2000, and that was a great bike.
Yeah, you didn't feel like the front end was
no, it wasn't too
anyway.
soft.
Yeah,
you know,
not too soft. Not
no,
anyway.
it's
I'm sure they can improve it, but I'm not sure I'll notice the difference just running around town and riding around normally on the roads. Anyway, so that's that. So I probably will go for those rear shocks at some point. But first we've got to get the front end on. We can then put the front wheel in and wheel this whole thing out of your way.
Yes.
It can come home to me. I'll find some home for it. Yeah. God knows where.
Give it a dusting off.
Yeah, and yeah, so soon that engine will be coming home to me. That will be coming to me, and then you'll have that engine there to play with for the next few months.
Yeah, that's the next one to go on the bench.
Yes. I've also had a phone call from Mark, the painter.
Yeah.
I texted him a while ago with some photographs of bikes I've seen that I like for the paintwork for this thing, and he said, yeah, I can do that for you, mate, whatever you want. What colour do you want? Do you want it darker, lighter? So I'm not sure yet, so we'll have a chat, no doubt, and go through lots of different options.
Find a nice shade of red that you like.
Yeah. He said, well, when's it done? I said, well, I know you're really busy, so what I thought I'd do is I'll send you all the bodywork and you can sit on it for as long as you like until it's time and you can do it. So he said, well, go on then, when do you need it for? I said, well, probably autumn, this autumn, so like 6 months time. He said, yeah, fine, I can do that, but don't expect it any time before then because he's so busy, he's completely full up, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's good. And here we have the bodywork for my new project, the Z1000MkII. And in fact, this is the first time I've had all the various parts laid down like this. And it's also the first time I've had a good look at the fuel tank. Now this fuel tank is pretty mint actually. It's got a minute little mark on the far side, which is absolutely tiny. I actually thought it'd be worse than that. Whereas the side panels are perfect. The rear tail section's got a small mark too that will need addressing. Now, because I thought the tank was actually worse than it was, I had planned to respray the whole set of bodywork here, including this front guard, this front fender, which is from a ZRX12, because the front end is from a ZRX12. But the more I look at it, the more I think, you know something, I shouldn't bother. I should not bother respraying that tank. It's too good. It's what, 40 odd years old, and it's absolutely immaculate. It spent most of its life in a box, up in some loft somewhere, and it would be a real shame just to respray it. So for the time being then, all I'm going to do is have the tail section touched up to remove that mark in it, and also of course to have the front fender painted to match the rest of the bodywork. Okay, so we're losing the light now, it's getting quite late in the evening, but never mind. And where my finger is, there, is where we have a small mark. I mean, it may even actually polish out. I'll talk to the painter Mark and see if he can do something with that. I'm pretty sure he can do. And in fact, I've got the same issue with a mark on the side of the tail section. Nothing too bad, but I'm not sure you can see it. No, it's too dark now, I think. Yeah, so definitely had a change of plan. Once I've seen that tank, I did not realise how good it was, and it would be criminal to just destroy that paintwork and respray it when it's so original and so good. I mean, it is a 40-odd-year-old tank, and there can't be very many of them out there as good as that. Anyway, I'll put these back away now, back in the garage, and we'll see what Mark says when I take it down to see him in a few days' time. Right, Les, here we are back at your workshop again on a very cold day.
Very.
So cold, it's snowing outside.
It is.
It's April, God. And what you've got in your hand there is my big bore block for the Mark II.
Correct.
Point Express. You've given it a good clean, apparently.
Well, just visually inspected it for any damage, scraping gaskets off.
Yes.
There was a few little dings on the corners here and here, which I've smoothed in before it goes for powder coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in good order.
Good.
I'm happy with that.
Excellent. And next to you, you've got the cases.
Yeah, I've just started to clean them and
just go over them. Make sure there's no panics where we got a crack or something in
all
the
the
cases.
selector forks and mechanism, you know, all the selector drum and everything was in the bottom case, so I had to strip all that out.
Okay.
So they want a good wash now before they go for powder coat.
Yeah. Well, the powder coater will give it a good. They won't just
It will, but obviously.
You want to do it as well. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to be handling them and throwing them in your van full of oil.
Oh well, no.
So they just want a good wash off.
There is the case bottom, case top, barrel. They're all going off along with the sump and the cam cover,
which I've got to find
somewhere.
They're in a box buried next door somewhere.
Yeah. And what's not going to go is the head, because obviously the head needs work. It needs new valves, new valve seals.
That'll be a Roger Upperton special.
Yes, so that's going to go away. It's even getting bigger valves, isn't it? It's getting bigger valves because we're going to take it to
bigger valves in.
Yeah, because it's going to be 400cc, so we'll have slightly bigger valves. And I'm here today, and the reason I'm here today is because I was just giving you a little tool.
Did you just give it to me?
Yeah, I did.
Where did I put it?
Well, no, not. It's in my pocket.
See?
Right, here.
They are.
What's that?
That is a die.
A die, yes.
To run down a thread on the fork lowers.
Yes, quite an unusual size actually. It's 12 by 1.
12 by 1, yeah.
And what's it for? It's for
the
damper adjuster.
Damping adjuster in the bottom fork slider.
Which you took out because you had to get them powder coated.
They're not meant to come out.
No, they're not. So when you took it out, what happened?
The ball bearing that causes the thing to click.
Yes.
Hits the thread and flattens the thread slightly.
Right, as you take it out.
As you take it out.
So you'd run a tap through the
thread in the slider, clean that out.
Which is okay, but what you didn't have was the correct size die.
We didn't have a die to run down the male thread on the brass.
Brass, isn't it? It's brass, yes.
Brass, yeah.
Yeah, so I brought that along to order it. Quite an unusual size, 12 by 1, and hopefully that'll do the job.
Yeah.
Okay. Right then, so here we are, next door, that's Warm Workshop, and here is the offending adjuster in brass.
Yeah.
And it's that thread there.
It's only very narrow.
Right in the middle there.
It's just flattened the thread slightly coming out.
Yeah. So let's see if that can sort it out.
Well, that will obviously run over there.
Hang on.
That's going on.
Good.
So I'll put some lubricants on there.
Yeah, just run it through.
And then run it through.
Yeah.
And then that should be it. That should be it.
Okay, and we'll now go and see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to be quite confusing.
Yeah. I could feel it cleaning the threads.
All right. So yeah, so here we have the adjuster here. This is the dampen adjuster.
Yes.
In the slider, and you've cleaned up the thread that's inside there.
Yes.
Because you did have a correct size tap.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the correct size
die.
So now we've sorted that out, and hopefully that brass thing will go straight in there.
Straight in there.
It's got a little.
And then I can put oil in it.
Yeah. Go back on the bike, which is over there.
She's there.
Yeah, one's done and one's not been done.
One fork leg was done because one of the adjusters was fine, but the second one was slightly damaged.
Yes. Right, good. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Job done.
Job done.
I've got all your bits here for your gearbox.
Oh yes. Hang on,
In this little... So these are the parts that have come out of the block and the bottom crankcase.
Okay.
The selector drum is like new.
Yes.
The selector fork, the two selector forks here are like new. No wear on them at all.
Good.
But this selector fork just has a little bit of wear there.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of...
Where it's took the coating off.
So we're going to replace that, or are we going to...
Well, you can dress it. You could dress it and use it, but...
Yeah, we'll change it.
We'll change it.
Otherwise, you know, if it's...
You don't want any side float in the gear.
No, we'll change
and that will cause possibly side float.
So which gear is that for then? Is that
that first and second?
Yeah.
The one that actually goes onto the drum with a pin through here and a tab washer.
Okay.
So you slide that over, and the other two pins here and here running the outside two grooves.
Yeah.
I've just got to run on this rod.
That's right. Yeah.
You can actually buy these in billet, and you can buy strengthened ones because apparently they're known to flex in drag bikes.
Well,
but for a road bike,
you'll be
fine. You'll be fine.
You're fine.
But,
Right,
the condition of the parts is beautiful, and the oil's very nice. It's
well, it's a ex-drag bike, but it had a hard life.
Well, the drag bikes run Kendall oil, which is the best oil, but you just can't find it around here.
Right, so yeah, so once that fork's in place, we can put the front wheel on.
Yes.
It's a roller.
It's a roller.
It can be rolled in the back of your van and into your crammed garage, actually. No, I've actually got a space for it now. I've been busy.
It's probably as crammed as this one.
Oh, more so. No, that's going to go in the back of my conservatory.
Right.
I've been putting shelves up. I've been putting hooks up. My bicycle's now on hooks, high up, out of the way. So hopefully,
making space for this.
Yeah, making space for that. Look, it's quite light, so it's not going to be a problem to get it in there. Because a full bike is it's hell to try and push it in and out. You're in a very narrow corridor there. Yeah, so that's good.
Can I ask you a question while you're here?
Yes.
The other bike you're building?
Yes, the Z650/1170.
I gave you that other ZRX 1200 arm, which had a dent in it.
Yes.
And you had it repaired and welded.
Yes.
Is that going in that bike?
Yes, yes.
So both your Kawasaki's are going to have this arm in?
Yes, although mine's black. It's gloss black, not silver.
Right, okay. Yeah, I got it done, didn't I?
Yeah, because I let you borrow the Brembo rear caliper for it.
Yes.
That you had for that.
Which is at Jeff's.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been machining that second hub, damaged hub, just to see if we can get it to fit.
This is for your
and if it will fit, he's going to machine the replacement hub.
Yeah, yeah.
If it doesn't, there's nothing lost because he's machining the damaged one first to see if it'll use that as a template.
No, the next big thing will be the wheels for that. I'm getting Dymags. I'm still floating between 3 spokes and 7 spokes. I don't know.
Once you've finally made your decision, I can then order them from PDQ and get a trade discount.
Yeah. Well, today's the 6th of April and tomorrow is the 7th of April, which is my niece's birthday. It's the 21st, so I've got a big bill to pay there. To pay for
There's always a bill somewhere.
She has expensive tastes, so I promised her a decent present. So
she's a woman.
I know. Yeah. A favourite thing in the world is to buy things, go shopping. So
that's retail therapy.
Yes,
that's
right.
For ladies.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Anyway,
and us with bike stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I told her the last birthday she's going to get a big present is tomorrow. It's the 21st. After that, she's going to get a £10, in a card, and that's it until the next big thing. Like I don't know, she get married or something. I don't know. Anyway, get that out of the way. Yeah. So hopefully, this month, coming end of April, I should be able to put an order in to get the wheels. I've got to decide. I keep on flipping from 7-spoke to 3-spoke, the classic 3-spoke Dymags. But it's like, oh God, don't know.
I personally, if it was me,
you go for the 7.
Yeah, I don't like 3-spoke. Basically, you've got 120 degrees.
Yes.
You've got all this area of rim unsupported. If you hit a pothole at that point,
fair point.
You damage them.
Yeah.
Which is why 5-spoke and 7-spoke are much better.
Yeah. Well, the 7-spoke, they do look a bit like standard old Kawasaki mags, because they were like 7, weren't they, or 8 or whatever, 9. Yeah.
My favourite are the 5-spokers. I'd love a set of 5-spokers on the supercharged bike.
Yeah. You see the 5-spokers, you can get them in carbon fibre, but I just don't like the sort of style of them, a bit sort of rounded off, a bit like a standard wheel you got there.
It's a pity you didn't turn up the other day when Harry was here on his new Norton.
Oh, I see.
Because that's got carbon fibre 5-spoke wheels.
Is it?
Yeah.
What colour Norton? Was it Commando? Is it?
It's a Commando. Yeah, it was 2010 Commando built in Donington.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the Donington bikes.
Yeah, they're moving them, aren't they? They're moving.
Yeah. Well, the company went defunct, and now it's been bought out by another company.
TVS, big engine company. Yeah.
So they'll hopefully resurrect it yet again.
Well, they are, yes, but they're putting a lot of money into it, which is good.
That's good.
Anyway, so that's that. My Kawasaki Z1000MkII engine is over there.
Yeah.
Just waiting on ignition and
car
manifolds.
rubbers. That's it. It's done.
Yeah. So you waiting until Z Power open because they're going to be up next week, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they should have opened again today. So,
it's a sort of non-essential.
I can speak to them and find out.
Get that sorted out. Yeah. Right. Good. What's going on? What else has been going on? Seats. I've now sent off 2 seats, one for my Guzzi and one for the Z650.
Yes, which I'm waiting quite excited at the results because I want this seat doing.
Yeah. He said it's really busy, so it'll be about a month turnaround. Took it around there last week. As I say, he's dead busy. He does mainly apparently stuff for dealers. When a dealer gets in an expensive bike and it's cut in the, then he'll fixes it. But his main area of interest or business is upholstering camper vans. Internal camper van, like all the seats and stuff in camper vans. So he's really busy. So he seems like a nice bloke, and he lives around the corner. Actually, he just lives about a 5-minute walk away from my house.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's quite interesting, and he knew all about the fact that bike seats need firmer foam and a standard foam for a car, that sort of thing, which is handy to know. Because I happen to know that you wanted to have a bit of a revamp on your
that's 20 years old. That seat cover.
Yeah.
And the guy who did it put silver piping on it, which I'd never asked for.
No, no.
And it's uncomfortable when you're wearing textile pants. Digs in.
Yeah.
This seat on here has got a rip in it.
Yeah, so we can sort that for you.
So that's something you could possibly do. Well, I don't know whether you can get that colour vinyl.
Well, he gave me a choice actually. He had about 3 or 4 different standard. I said, well, just give me black. Okay, what kind of black? It's like, oh, well, what have you got? It's like a matte black, a sort of glossy, smooth black, or a black with a sort of pattern on it. You know, it's quite a few he had. I said, oh, just give me that one. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be okay.
That's the.
And we'll see in about where are we? 3 weeks time, 3 or 4 weeks time. I should get that back.
What are you doing with the seat on the special?
I'm going to replace it.
You're replacing it. That's right.
Yes,
with
yes.
a
standard
looking
Mark II.
Mark II seat.
Yeah, Z Power have it on their website. It's like 245 quid. And hopefully, whether it'll be in stock or not, I don't know. But if it isn't, I'm sure you can order it.
I would imagine they get them to order.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like there'll be a huge demand for seats like that.
So they're not going to carry that sort of money on the shelf.
No. And that one over there, what I might do is...
that's not yours.
Oh, so sorry. The one that came with the bike, it's this.
That's the... Is it Gigliari Italian?
Yes, yeah. That's sort of 4-2 style seat there. And on the camera goes. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that was originally...
There we go, that's better.
Yeah, it used to have Z1000MkII written on the seat.
On the side, yeah.
And then I recovered it bright red when the bike was white.
Oh dear,
when it was on this bike.
Yes.
And then, obviously, when I put the red bodywork on, I went back to black.
Yeah. Well, what I'm thinking is I might have that reupholstered at some point just to give me a choice, but we'll see. Because that's okay, but it looks a little bit used. You know,
it's tired, a bit tired, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's got some marks on it. Yeah.
It might clean up that.
Yeah, it's got a few marks on it.
The beauty with fiberglass seat bases is they'll last.
Yeah.
The glue's coming undone here anyway.
Yeah.
So it wants redoing.
I can probably strip it all down, paint that, get it blasted, paint it, and then have him redo it.
It's just dusty and that'll clean up. Probably will clean up. But
the daft thing is, people are asking huge amounts of money for them on eBay. I'm not sure whether they get it or not, but I've seen some £300 or £400. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
God only knows why.
That's why you've got a bargain with this.
Bargain, yeah. Well, we'll see about that when it's finished. The budget's about £10,000, so whether it'll be within that, I don't know, but we'll see.
But you're going to have a bike that'll look like a sanctuary bike.
Oh yeah.
They're going for 3 times that.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, some people like them, I guess. I mean, I like them.
Well, they've never hit the 25, 30 grand mark.
But the thing is, what's interesting is, there's far more Z1s, Z9s than there are Mark IIs.
Yeah.
Mark II's only made for a couple of years.
I know. 2 years.
2 years, yeah. 79, 80 something.
79 and 80.
Yeah. So much rarer. And
the Z1000H even rarer, the fuel injecting model.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them get changed, don't they? Because injection's not very reliable.
Wasn't very good, them early injection systems.
Well, people put carbs on them. Yeah. So we shall see. I'm also going to have. I've emailed Dynasurf to see if they offer the gold titanium nitride finish on the forks. I mean, obviously they will do the.
Well, if they do, you could get them done.
I know. I'm thinking about that, and then maybe build a second pair.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Because one problem I've got with the R6 forks that are going to go on, or are going to be on the Z650, is they don't offer an easy way to mount a standard size mudguard. You know, like that's made to take a standard sort of looking mudguard, a retro mudguard, but the R6 ones don't.
No.
So you always get a right nightmare trying to fit something that looks suitable.
There's plenty of second-hand ZRX forks.
Oh yeah. But they're both 43 mil, so it's quite an easy change to make. You know.
Lots of people buy those and retrofit them into the ZZR 1100.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a common mod.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll get them done. They're about £120 to rechrome the stanchions repair, which isn't too bad. But if they can do the gold one, that's going to be really cool.
That coating is difficult to do, and it has to be done in certain conditions.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyway, I've emailed them, so we'll see what they say. So that's what's been going on. Apart from that, I've just been drinking tea and...
sounds like a good idea.
Drinking tea, yeah, and making trifle yesterday, but never mind. But on that note, we'll leave it there, and we'll come back another day. Right. And now, it's time for...
Cup of tea.
Of course.